in our life. And one of the things I find most interesting is when I go to my dentist, they have me do this, and they stick my finger in this thing before they will allow me to come in. And we've got the 2-pack available. So if pros are using this to make sure you're doing okay and you're healthy and your temperature is right, why don't we have this at home? Well, we've got it available. Now, this is our lowest price we've ever offered on our HoMedics 2-pack. So you get the thermometer, which I love by itself. If you know anybody who's having a baby or a little one, you don't want to do their temperature, especially if someone's sick. You don't want to wake up a toddler when they're not feeling well. You want to do touchless, and you get that accuracy from HoMedics. And then you're going to get your pulse meter, which is really important to understand your pulse, but also your oxidation levels. That's what this is going to do as well. Let's go to Lisa, though, because she's going to really kind of walk into this and kind of tell us why these two things have become so popular. Lisa, obviously this last year, we're using some tools more than ever before, especially when you're talking about your oxygen levels.
Absolutely, Suzanne. And I don't want to get woken up if I'm not feeling well and I need to have my temperature taken. That's why everybody loves the touchless, easy to read, easy to use thermometer. This is the pulse oximeter that is measuring both your pulse rate and your blood oxygen level. But first, I just want to step back and say again, these are both clinically accurate and they are both from HoMedics. That is a name that has been a leader in home wellness technology since 1987. And that really matters when we're bringing more and more of our own healthcare into our home to take charge of what's going on. And these are two tools that are just part of the new normal. I love the thermometer because it takes temperatures in 4 ways. It takes a body temperature, you can see there, even on a squirming baby. It takes liquid, which is so important if you're doing any care for anyone in your home, whether they're old or young. And it takes food temperatures, and it also will take a room temperature for you. So you're getting all of this functionality out of this super easy to hold, easy to use, and very easy to read. It's so simple, even a child could use it. And, you know, as you know, Suzanne, when you try to take a kid's temperature, they're not just sitting still and waiting for it to happen. You got to have something that's going to be quick so you can get that reading. That's right. And you want it to be accurate. Love this for the bath water also, because you don't want to put a baby or an older, you know, someone that you're caring for into bath water that's too hot. And this will tell you in a second, and it will store up to 50 temperatures. So you know how important that is when you are trying to monitor your health. Your doctor wants you to keep track of it over time. When I'm not feeling well, or when I have people in my home that aren't feeling well, the last thing I want to do is start record keeping. And then I love this view you've got of the pulse oximeter. So you can see on the left, that's the blood oxygen. And on the right, wow, you've got a super healthy resting heart rate there, Suzanne. Well done, you.
Thank you.
And so what this tells us is what's going on with the blood oxygen saturation. That tells how well blood is getting, oxygen is absorbing into your extremities. That's why we put it on our ring, middle, or index finger. I just went the opposite way. But the other thing I love about this design, and I'm going to bring it up close, is that it's responsive. So no matter how you're caring for someone, it's very easy to get that reading. And again, it's just one of the things that HoMedics have thought of for you. The inside, both of these are non-invasive. Nothing is sticking in the finger. You just put your finger into this pad that's super comfortable. And as you know, many of us know these because as soon as you go into a doctor's office or a hospital, they will put this on you in order to assess your baseline health. If you're starting a new exercise program, you want to know how that's impacting you. You want to know what's going on with your pulse rate, and you want to know what's going on with your blood oxygen. Also, if you're not feeling well, many of us are doing telemedicine visits, and that's where these are so critical. They're called vital signs for a reason, and the reason is that they are absolutely vital to our health. Now, what you're seeing with that temperature, it's a green screen. I love the giant green screen because that's how you can tell, even if you can't read the number, that the temperature is okay. If your temperature begins to be elevated, you'll get a red screen. And if it's in a fever zone, you'll get a red screen. So you know, without even reading the number, exactly what's going on. And these also, besides the 2-year warranty, they both come with the batteries, they come with the HoMedics name, and they also have that very important low battery indicator, because these are the kind of items that you want in your house, and you want them to work before you know. Isn't that right, Suzanne? Before you know you need them.
Here's the thing,
you
it was interesting.
so
still here in our office, we still come in because things are still, they're being cautious, which makes sense. And most people aren't here, but those of us who do come in, every single time we get our temperature checked. Well, wouldn't it be smarter to know it before you drive all the way to the office? And here's the thing, a lot of people are getting ready to go back to the office. So wouldn't that be smart to kind of check yourself before you go? Because again, I think people are just overall, we're a little more cautious than we used to be in the past. And that would be great information. There's nothing worse than driving all the way here to work and then they go like this and go, you can't come in. No host wants to make the phone call, nor employee who's here wants to have to call their boss and say, I've been rejected at the gate. I gotta go home because my temperature's up. Know before you go, be proactive. I think this is the 1-2 punch as well. And I think too, this meter is fascinating, but it actually gives you a lot of relevant everyday information. It's not just, oh, I need to know my oxygen level because, you know, there's some crazy stuff going on out there. I love it because you'll find some really vital information that can be provided to you or to your healthcare provider when you need it. And I love what you said. So many people are moving to telemedicine simply because they've had to. And this is vital information they'll want to know. If you bought it just to get a great, really accurate thermometer because there's going to be a new baby in the life, there's a new grandbaby coming or something like it, you'll love that. Or as you said too, you know, Lisa, you're caring for someone, you don't want to wake them up if they're recovering from surgery or if they're just not feeling well. Maybe they've had long-term illness, but you need to know their temperature. You will always love having this, right? It'll be a bonus to be able to get the extra oxygen level reader with this package. And typically to get a really accurate one just of the thermometer, you know, the wireless or the touchless, you're gonna spend $50 to do that. It's nice we bonus this in with it too. And they're both great quality, you can tell. You really can tell, because it's from HoMedics, that's pretty easy. All right, Lisa, I gotta run. Thank you so much for being a part of our evening as always.
Hey, thank you, Suzanne. You're looking so well. I'm so glad to see you've got such healthy vital signs.
Well, there you go. Everybody got to see my vital signs tonight. I'm pretty happy about that too. Yes, I'm allowed to come to work tonight. All right, so we're going to wrap up on this. Before we go, I do want to remind you of the fan. Oh my gosh. Wow, we have sold over 1,200.